It is good to see you and it's good to be seen again. I'm super excited to jump into part two of the love series. Just gonna wait on things to load. It's it is a lot of fun to talk about my human design chart, and I'm looking forward to getting into it. All right, so this is gonna be brief, just like the last post. And if you want to grab your human design chart, you can, or you can just save this information for later. And I can see if the parts that I'm referencing, you also have the whole thing or part of it. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite channels, and it is like juicy. I really, really love this channel. I appreciate my whole chart. I love my design. But when I found out about this particular channel, it was like literally a game changer. I mean, so much of my life made sense. All right, here you go. So here's my chart again. As you can see, old generator energy. Yes, yes, yes. And this particular part of the chart here, this is called a channel. So anytime you see two numbers that are defined, also known as gates, in one pathway, those are called channels. So I have two channels in my whole design called the channel transformation. And this one is called the channel of intimacy. Excuse the little pop-up situation happening there. And this channel of intimacy here, you will not believe. I not only have it once, twice, but I have it three times in my human design chart, the 59-6 channel, the channel of intimacy. And my experience of this channel is so real. It is a powerful tribal channel, meaning that it's not energy that's just focused on me, but it's focused on who I deem, that whole old historical context, who I deem as part of my tribe, that there would be an incredible emphasis in my energy on closeness and connection among the members of my tribe. And so it explains why friendships have been incredibly important for me. Like, if you know me personally, you know that I'm someone that is so easy to talk to in my experience. And where I'm like really wanting to know, how are you? Like how can I help improve your life, and how can we create this symbiotic, beautiful, connected relationship? And it also explains in my romantic partnerships why love and romance is like one of my favorite topics, and how it's just so vital for me. And I love it so, so much. So let's talk a little bit more about it. So you look, the first, well, it doesn't matter. They're not necessarily numbered as far as which is first or second, but the first part that I'm going to talk about is the gate 59. And the gate 59 is the gate of sexuality, reproduction, creativity, and this gate itself is directly responsible for the need, the desire for close, consistent connection. It is a very powerful, familial energy, and it's gives me all the feels. I love it so much. And then you pair that with gate 6, which is actually called the gate of conflict or the gate of friction. And this particular gate is also crazy powerful. The whole chart's powerful. But 6 tells us something really important about what true intimacy is. Excuse me. 6, being the gate of friction or conflict, tells us that in order to have true connection with one another, true intimacy with one another, friction, conflict, not to be conflated with fighting, right? And arguments, but friction and conflict, meaning two parts, two people in in the experience of togetherness, not operating 1000% smoothly, but experiencing some form of friction. So, in order to have that true intimacy, friction, conflict, it should be expected and appreciated and respected. Think about a time in your life where you a had some form of conflict with another human being, and as a result of being able to work together to work through the conflict, on the other side you felt so much better, so much closer, so much more like you knew them and you understood them. That is precisely what this gate does. It's super powerful, so brilliant that this part has been deemed a necessary part of this channel. And so having this in six or in three different places in my chart, it's mind-boggling sometimes. I appreciate conflict in my life, and I've learned to respect it over the years and understand that not everything will go so smoothly. I've never been afraid of like a challenge of like trying to solve something between me and another person, as long as both parties are mutually respecting each other. And so that's that channel of intimacy. And it, I'm wondering who else has this channel in their chart. Super, it's like it's a big energy, and it's an emotional channel. And as an emotional channel, what it does is it's responsible for creating an opening or even a closing to emotional energy. That conflict is like, are we solving it? Are we solving it? Great, come on in, right? Come and be with me in my emotional center here. And it also saying, oh, we're not working together. Oh, we're not solving this conflict. Oh, here's the closure, like the closing off of this gate, so to speak, right? And my hope is that even if you don't have one of these gates or the channel, that you will understand the importance of true intimacy in your life and in your world, because it is such a beautiful, beautiful gift. And yeah, I love it so much. All right. I hope that this has been informative, that this has been helpful. And please let me know in the chat if you have one of these gates or the whole channel or your insights of something that struck you in this conversation today. All right. I'll see you tomorrow again for the next installment of the Love series, looking at my human design. I hope that you have an incredible day and look